I think it's Subaru trying to figure out what the audience wants.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to test the waters to see, are people going to bite on an EV or not? Should we stay gas? And I think they're going to keep maybe testing the waters for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that's going to be, it's like, I'm an older generation. We're all gas. Like we're raised on all of that. Younger generations, EV is going to be more commonplace. So I think they'll keep testing the waters with these events to see, are those opinions going to change? And maybe see if there is a time to jump into those waters and take a plunge like that.
Or they just do it parallel.
Yeah, they could do that.
That's what they're doing right. To me, it seems like that's what they're doing right now. They've got an EV for every class size.
Mm-hmm.
And then what if they just do an EV for the performance side? So then like you come in not knowing what you want, you try both sides, and whatever works for you, you just buy that.
Yeah, Mercedes does that right now. They have in their lineup, they have all of their gas, all of their EV. They don't really do hybrid, but they have both. So you can have the option available for you. Subaru could do that. I know they tend to be a little bit more conservative.
Yeah.
But they could. I mean, we have the Getaway coming out.
Yeah.
So 3-row SUV, 420 horsepower. I've already been thinking, if you took that whole setup and dropped it into something small like a WRX, that's going to be insane. That's going to be so fast.
Yeah.
And I would love to drive something like that and get that on a track and have fun on a track day, I think would be exciting.
Now that you mentioned that, one last thing I want to talk about here, which I think this is also very controversial, because let's say they do that. Let's say they give you a WRX. Let's say they give you a WRX. That's the one that we have right now. And they're like, cool, we're just going to have a parallel WRX that's full EV. Right now, there's only one car, and it's a concept that even has a manual. And that is a concept Toyota AE86. It's a 1988 AE86 with a full EV driveline. They've done some interesting trickery where they put a 6-speed with a torque limiter and a clutch in it. So you have the same movement, but I cannot imagine you being on that track getting that same feedback and that same feel from a 6-speed connected to an EV or an EV driveline.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought, because typically your EVs, they give you full torque, instant torque, everything all at once. You get that in first gear, you're not going to have traction.
So that's what they're doing. It is a fully torque limited. So you're taking away the one thing that makes an EV an EV. And I wonder if that's enough to get the performance audience on board.
I think if they can get it down correctly, if you can dial the torque back enough to at least get the traction and then dial that torque back in, you're still going to keep the speed. But I think ultimately when you look at a lot of the performance cars, unfortunately, I hate to say it, I've been driving manual since I was 19 years old. 3 manual cars at my house. Love driving manuals. But your performance cars that you used to see, that when you got the top end, it was always a manual transmission.
Yeah.
They're not manuals anymore. They have automatics.
Yeah, DCT specifically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they shift faster. They still give you the power delivery of a manual. I mean, it's a great route to go. Do I feel like I'm losing the connection with the car? Of course. But I think if they were to do something like that, and they offer that in a manual or an automatic, if they had both, unfortunately, I think the automatic's going to outperform the manual, just because it's going to be able to outperform us. We're going to be the limiting factor.
Absolutely. Yeah.